Welcome to People, Power, and Politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's People, Power, and Politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.
3, 2, 1. June is Gun Violence Awareness Month. Good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Today in studio with us, we have Mr. Geoffrey Davis, Executive Director of the James E. Davis Foundation. So lovely to have you with us, Mr. Davis. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm well, thanks for asking.
All right.
So can you share with us the James E. Davis Foundation's missions and goals, particularly in addressing gun violence?
Well, we've been addressing gun violence for the last 30 some odd years. Initially, it was called Love Yourself, Stop the Violence. And then when my brother, the New York City councilman, James E. Davis, was assassinated inside City Hall on July 23rd, 2003, we changed the name to honor him to the James E. Davis Stop Violence Foundation, or for short, James E. Davis Foundation. Through numerous programs, we have a children's book called Love Yourself, Love Each Other. We have a film called Only in New York, a James E. Davis story. We've done, over the years, marches called Love Yourself, Stop the Violence, marches, peace walks, breakfasts. We partnered with Applebee's, and we fed thousands of people over the years. Currently, we're advocated for a recreation center in the Crown Heights community called the Major R. Owens Health and Wellness Center, where just over the weekend, it was almost 20,000 people came to the door. But it opened about 3 years ago, so I would say hundreds of thousands of people of all walks of life come through those doors. So we address violence in different ways, through the arts, through sports, through film, through children's books, through swimming. We have a wonderful swimming program. So people can come together for women only, females, to interact, to bond, and to exercise. We have that as well. So in quite a few programs we have that we engage with to address violence.
How do you see the landscape of gun violence prevention efforts evolving, and what role does the James E. Davis Foundation play in shaping this landscape?
Well, we got to do things. We got to stay with times. You got to keep up with the times. If you're doing programs in the 90s, then you'll get the results of the 90s. You got to move with the times. You got to move with the mindset. We're in 2024 now. So again, we just, at the Major R. Owens Health and Wellness Center, there was a program called Comic-Con. You ever heard of Comic-Con?
Been there several times.
All right, we just did it over the weekend. Comic-Con. Did you attend?
Brooklyn one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you there?
Yes.
That's hilarious. Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
You came to Sunday?
Yeah.
Did you see the turnout?
Yeah, it was pretty big, and it was. I was actually surprised at how large the minority Black attendance was.
Yes. So we advocated for that center. Did you walk around the center?
Mm-hmm.
So you seen the upstairs, downstairs. You seen the basketball courts. You seen the basketball courts because that's where the vending was done. You see the AstroTurf because that's where the balloons. Did you see the swimming pool?
No, I didn't see.
All right. In the back is an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Did you see the fitness center?
I think I saw the fitness center.
It was on the side with the exercise equipment and so forth. And then upstairs on the second floor is the dance program. And then on the third floor, you didn't go to the third floor. Digital Girls, computer training and coding. And then an organization called Waitika. You familiar with Waitika?
We've had them here several times.
Huh?
We've had them here several times.
Yes, we partnered with them. They were on the third floor. They had a wonderful exhibit, and that organization does, they do the carnival on Eastern Parkway. They feed the community on Wednesdays. They have yoga. They have mukajambi. You know what mukajambi is? That's walking on stilts. Don't worry about it. I just learned it. when they teach people how to walk on stilts and sew the outfits that they wear, the costumes. So these different organizations are inside of the Major Owens Health and Wellness Center. And because of the advocacy for the last 15 years, we were able to accomplish that by getting that location. So now that we got the location, then young people such as yourself, and then seniors and people from all walks of life can come in the building, and that's firsthand on how you address violence. Thousands of people came through those doors. They wasn't on the street corners. They wasn't engaged in activity. We knew where they were. There was good supervision, and they had a good time to be creative. That is one of the, I'm glad that you were there. That's one of the key ways to address violence continuously in June and July, August, and on and on.
So in regards to policy making, how does the James E. Davis Foundation engage policymakers and advocate for policy changes to reduce gun violence?
Well, we try to remain independent from the politics. You know, the politics is it's very interesting. You know, you have the Republicans are fighting the Democrats are fighting the Independent Party. These are different parties that are fighting each other, and the community in the interim is missing out on getting the resources. So we try to use our own brain and say we can partner with developers, we can partner with not-for-profit organizations, we can partner with you guys here downtown, this wonderful organization. We can partner with people to bring the resources. But we have several council members that we speak to continuously, trying to improve things. Ina, Councilman Chris Banks, a number of council members, Speaker Adams, not Mayor Adams, Speaker Adams on the council. So we engage. And then, of course, Mayor Eric Adams and his staff, Ingrid Martin, Tiffany Raspberry, the different people that we speak to in City Hall, because you got to put this whole thing together to address it. So we stay on top of them to say, look at what's taking place. Look at us here in the Crown Heights section of Brooklyn and learn from us. And then that's the way you address violence.
In your opinion, what are some of the underlying factors contributing to the prevalence of gun violence, and how does this foundation approach addressing these root causes?
Well, it's very interesting, the underlying factor. We like to say that they say there's a pipeline of guns coming from the South. Pipelines of guns, we got to do something from the South. That's not happening. In other states, it's legal to carry weapons and to purchase weapons, and it makes its way up here. But we got to hold everybody across the board accountable. Just last week, Hunter Biden, for example, the President Joe Biden's son, had a weapon, right? And he tossed the weapon in the garbage in the backyard. Now, when you have irresponsible adults to do things like that, you tossed it in the garbage in the backyard of a store and went about your business. That was a loaded .38 caliber handgun. Anyone could have found that weapon, and that weapon could have made its way to Brooklyn or to any urban community throughout. So we got to hold different people accountable and be responsible across the board with when it comes to weapons and policies. You got to hold everyone accountable. You just can't pick this one or that one. Everybody has to be held accountable.
What role does community engagement and grassroots activism play in the foundation's approach to combating gun violence?
We play a tremendous role. Again, with we have to have a base. As an organization, you have to have a base. If you have no base, then you're kind of all over the place. So our base is right there in the Crown Heights community inside the Recreation Center, and we build out from there. After this, we're going to a teen program, a teen poet. Teen poets, teenagers are doing poetry. And I'm going there and talk to the teenagers, talk to the young people, and listen to them. And not just talk, but listen to them and get them involved in the activism and because they want to be involved. You can say it through poetry and through their artwork and through Comic-Con and through expressing themselves. So we're very engaged in activism in that manner through children's books. I did a Love Yourself school tour, Love Yourself school book tour. I started out because in the community we address violence in the community. And then I said, all right, we're talking to the adults. We might have to go a little younger. And then we did the high school students. And we talked to the high school students, and I still wasn't satisfied. I said, oh, we might have to go a little bit younger. Then we talked to the junior high school students and talked to the junior high school students and showed them what we have in common with the Jewish community, with the Caribbean community, with the Asian community, the Latino community. And I said, okay, it was success. The auditorium was filled up. I said, but I'm still not happy. We got to go a little bit younger. And now I'm in the elementary school. So then we went to the elementary school, and they're listening attentively. And we're addressing violence in a language they understand. and they're communicating with us. And then after we left that, I'm still not happy. So then we wound up in the kindergarten class, and I'm reading my children's book to the little children, and they had it was a tough audience. It was a whole classroom at the daycare center. And then when I left out of there, it was hundreds, almost 1,000 kids at different times, at different time slots, all down Flatbush Avenue, Church Avenue, and the different daycare centers. And then I said, my team that was with me said, "That's it." I said, "No, I'm still not happy." I said, "Who's pregnant?" Like they said, "Who's pregnant?" I'm talking to the mother where the child is inside your stomach. And then it went back to so it evolved. It went from adults all the way down to a pregnant mother to address violence through verbal abuse, through spiritual uplifting, and starting at the earliest ages. So these are different things, different ways we connect with the community over the years.
As executive director, what do you consider the biggest challenges in the fight against gun violence, and how does the foundation work to overcome these challenges?
Well, right now, one of the biggest challenges, and we're doing well, but seeing other Stop the Violence organizations that has emerged and turning the Stop the Violence movement into a political movement, or capitalizing off of the suffering, the pain and suffering of a victim, somebody that experienced violence. You try to capitalize it and then run for politics after. When I see that, I call it you're capitalizing off the pain and suffering of a human being. They're hurting. You come. There's a camera, a news camera, and now you're on the camera. The news camera goes away. You go away with the news camera, and then the victim is still there suffering for 2 months, 3 months. There's no counseling. There's no social programs, social service programs. She may have to move out the community, but a lot of times we turn it into a political movement, a political effort where the families still need your support continuously, and you're left, you're gone. And now they're there to fend for themselves, and sometimes violence begets violence. They're angry, so they take their anger out on the next person. So that's why the James E. Davis Stop Violence Foundation has an office, has a 60,000, how big is that armory? How big is, you were there, how big is that space?
Huge.
Huge. 60,000 square foot, almost wrapped around the block. It's inside of an armory that was converted into a recreation center. You can come there, and there's not-for-profit organizations that can help you along if you want to do sports, if you want to do poetry, you want to do comedy, you want to do dance, you want to be an actress, to help you along, or you just want to sit and talk. There's organizations that's sitting there available for you to come and sit and talk. So the challenge is for organizations to understand that and not capitalize and politicize. Addressing violence and the Stop the Violence movement is not a business. It's about helping people. And when I see that it's turned into a business for a job for you, then that's the challenge, to say, no, that's the wrong way. And then people begin to distrust these Stop the Violence organizations because they say, you don't care. They see buses and vans, and you got the T-shirts and the jackets, and really, what are you doing? So we all need to come together as a community. All the Stop the Violence organizations need to come together, and let's get it right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Geoffrey Davis, Executive Director of the James E. Davis Foundation. And how can one get in contact with you, your organization, website, phone number?
All right, let's do it. The organization, James E. Davis Stop Violence Foundation. Website is www.jamesedavisfoundation1, the number one after that, .org. www.jamesedavisfoundation1.org. That's the website. Phone number is 347-853-9971. 347-853-9971. And the logo, simply love yourself, stop the violence.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
People, power, and politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's people, power, and politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.